Quietly, year after year, a hidden change begins taking place inside the body. It does not announce itself with loud warning signs. It often starts with little things that seem easy to ignore. A stomach that feels heavier after meals, more bloating than usual, occasional constipation, acid reflux that appears out of nowhere, energy levels that never seem quite as high as they once were. Many people accept these changes as a normal part of getting older. They assume that once they pass 40, digestive problems simply come with the territory. But modern research is revealing a very different story. In many cases, age is not the biggest problem. The real issue may be a collection of everyday habits that slowly damage one of the most important systems in the human body: the gut. What makes this especially concerning is that the gut does far more than digest food. Scientists now understand that the digestive system is connected to nearly every aspect of health. Deep inside the intestines live trillions of microorganisms that help break down food, produce important compounds, support the immune system, influence inflammation, and even communicate with the brain. Some researchers have gone so far as to call the gut a second brain because of the powerful connection between digestion, mood, and overall well being. When this delicate ecosystem is healthy, the body often functions more efficiently. But when it becomes unbalanced, the effects can spread far beyond the digestive tract. After the age of 40, protecting this internal system becomes even more important. Studies suggest that the diversity of beneficial gut bacteria can gradually decline with age. The body may also become more sensitive to poor dietary choices, chronic stress, lack of sleep, and other lifestyle factors. The result can be a slow decline that many people never connect to their gut. Some struggle with stubborn weight gain. Others notice increased fatigue, weaker immunity, more digestive discomfort, or a general feeling that their health is not what it used to be. Yet few realize that the source of these issues may be hiding in plain sight. Even more surprising is the fact that some of the habits causing the greatest damage are often considered normal. Millions of people repeat them every single day without thinking twice. They seem harmless. Some are even promoted as convenient solutions to modern life. But over time, these habits can quietly work against the beneficial bacteria that help keep the body functioning properly. The damage does not happen overnight. It builds gradually, month after month, year after year, until the consequences become impossible to ignore. In today's video, we're uncovering 8 gut mistakes that many adults make without realizing it, especially after the age of 40. Some of these mistakes involve food choices that seem innocent but can have a powerful effect on the microbiome. Others involve daily routines that most people never associate with digestive health. You'll learn why one common habit may be starving the very bacteria that help protect your body. You'll discover how certain modern foods can disrupt the balance of your gut in ways that scientists are still working to fully understand. We'll also explore the surprising connection between stress, sleep, movement, hydration, and digestive health, revealing how these factors influence the microscopic world inside your intestines every single day. Along the way, you'll uncover lesser-known facts that many people never hear from their doctors. Facts that could change the way you think about digestion, aging, energy, and overall wellness. Some of these discoveries may challenge beliefs that have been accepted for years. Others may explain symptoms that have been frustrating you for a long time. And one of the mistakes on this list is so common that millions of people repeat it daily without realizing the effect it may be having on their gut health. In fact, mistake number 7 could be influencing your digestive system right now as you're watching this video. The good news is that many gut-related problems are not permanent. Small changes can sometimes produce surprisingly meaningful results. Understanding what harms the gut is often the first step toward helping it recover. That is why staying until the end of this video is important. Each mistake builds on the next, and by the end, you'll have a clearer picture of what may be helping or hurting your digestive health. More importantly, You'll know which habits deserve your attention and which simple adjustments may support a healthier gut as you move through your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. So, if you're interested in protecting your digestion, improving your energy, supporting your immune system, and learning what many people overlook about gut health after 40, you're in the right place. Welcome to the channel. We create evidence based health content designed to help you stay healthier, stronger, and better informed as you age. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Now, let's begin with the first gut mistake that could be causing more damage than most people realize. To understand why these mistakes matter so much, it helps to understand what is happening inside your body every single day. Deep within your digestive system lives an enormous community of microorganisms known as the gut microbiome. This community contains trillions of bacteria, along with other microbes that live primarily in the intestines. While the word bacteria often sounds negative, many of these organisms are actually essential for good health. They help break down certain foods that your body cannot fully digest on its own. They help produce beneficial compounds that support the cells lining your intestines. They assist with nutrient absorption, allowing your body to get more value from the foods you eat. They also play a major role in supporting the immune system. In fact, a large portion of the body's immune activity is connected to the gut. Scientists have even discovered that these microbes communicate with the brain through a network often called the gut-brain axis. This means that the health of your digestive system may influence much more than your stomach. It may affect your energy, mood, metabolism, and overall well being in ways that researchers are still uncovering. One of the most important jobs of a healthy gut microbiome is helping to control inflammation. Inflammation is a natural process that helps the body respond to injury and infection. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it can contribute to a wide range of health problems. Beneficial gut bacteria help maintain balance by producing substances that support the intestinal barrier and regulate immune responses. When these helpful bacteria thrive, the body is often better equipped to maintain that balance. When they decline, the effects can spread throughout the body. This becomes especially important after the age of 40. As people grow older, changes begin occurring within the digestive system and the microbiome itself. Research suggests that the variety of beneficial bacteria living in the gut can gradually decrease with age. Scientists often refer to this as a loss of microbial diversity. Think of it as an ecosystem. A healthy forest contains many different plants, animals, and organisms working together. The same principle applies inside the gut. Greater diversity generally creates a more resilient environment. When diversity decreases, the system may become more vulnerable to disruptions. The challenge is that these changes do not happen overnight. They develop slowly over years. Most people never notice the process taking place. Instead, they only notice the symptoms that begin appearing later. Digestion may become less predictable. Certain foods may seem harder to tolerate. Bloating may become more common. Energy levels may feel lower. Recovery after illness may take longer. While aging itself plays a role, lifestyle choices often have a major influence on how these changes unfold. The encouraging news is that many aspects of gut health remain highly responsive to daily habits. The foods you eat, how much you move, how well you sleep, and even how you manage stress can influence the health of your microbiome. Every day, your choices either support beneficial bacteria or make life more difficult for them. Unfortunately, many people unknowingly make decisions that work against these helpful microbes. They may believe they are doing nothing wrong, yet their daily routines slowly chip away at the very organisms that help keep them healthy. One of the biggest mistakes starts at the dinner table. Fiber rarely gets the attention it deserves. Protein often dominates health discussions. Vitamins receive plenty of attention, supplements fill entire store shelves. Yet fiber remains one of the most overlooked nutrients in modern diets. This is a problem because beneficial gut bacteria depend on fiber for survival. In many ways, fiber acts as their primary fuel source. When fiber reaches the large intestine, certain bacteria break it down and use it as food. During this process, they produce compounds that help nourish the cells lining the colon and support a healthy digestive environment. The problem is that many people simply do not eat enough fiber. Modern diets often revolve around convenience. Processed snacks, refined grains, fast food meals, sugary treats, and packaged products dominate daily eating habits. While these foods may be easy to access, many provide very little fiber. As a result, beneficial bacteria may not receive the nourishment they need to thrive. This creates a chain reaction. When helpful bacteria have less fuel available, their populations may decline. Over time, microbial diversity can suffer. The digestive system may become less efficient. Regular bowel movements may become more difficult. Constipation may become more common. Some people experience increased bloating or digestive discomfort without realizing that their microbiome may be struggling to adapt to a low fiber environment. The contrast becomes clear when looking at foods naturally rich in fiber. Vegetables provide a wide variety of fibers that support different types of beneficial bacteria. Fruits contribute fiber along with vitamins and antioxidants. Legumes such as beans, lentils, and chickpeas offer substantial amounts of fiber while also providing protein. Whole grains contain fiber that is often removed during refining processes. These foods help create an environment where beneficial microbes can flourish. Many adults are surprised to learn how little fiber they actually consume. A typical day might begin with a refined breakfast cereal or pastry. Lunch may consist of processed sandwiches or packaged snacks. Dinner may focus heavily on meat and refined carbohydrates while containing only a small serving of vegetables. By the end of the day, fiber intake remains far below recommended levels. What makes this mistake particularly concerning is that its effects are not always immediately noticeable. People may continue following the same eating patterns for years while their microbiome gradually loses strength and diversity. Then one day they begin wondering why their digestion feels different than it once did. Your gut bacteria cannot thrive without their preferred fuel source. Unfortunately, even people who occasionally eat healthy foods may be making another major mistake that works against their microbiome. The modern food environment is filled with products designed for convenience, long shelf life, and strong flavor. These products are often highly processed. They can be found everywhere, from grocery stores to vending machines to restaurant menus. Many look harmless. Some are even marketed as healthy choices. Yet, relying too heavily on ultra-processed foods may create challenges for the gut. Ultra-processed foods are typically made using ingredients and manufacturing processes that go far beyond what would occur in a home kitchen. They often contain refined ingredients, additives, flavor enhancers, emulsifiers, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. While not every processed food is harmful, diets dominated by ultra-processed products may provide fewer nutrients and less fiber than whole foods. This matters because beneficial bacteria thrive on variety. They benefit from exposure to a wide range of plant-based foods containing different fibers and natural compounds. When the diet becomes heavily centered on highly processed products, the microbiome may receive fewer of the resources it needs. Research has suggested that diets rich in ultra-processed foods may be associated with reduced microbial diversity. Scientists continue investigating the exact mechanisms involved, but the trend has gained increasing attention. Common examples include packaged snack foods, sugary breakfast cereals, soft drinks, candy, instant meals, processed desserts, and many heavily modified convenience foods. These products often deliver large amounts of calories while providing relatively little support for the microbiome. Another concern involves inflammation. Some evidence suggests that dietary patterns high in ultra-processed foods may contribute to inflammatory processes within the body. Since gut health and inflammation are closely connected, this relationship has become an important area of research. while occasional indulgences are unlikely to cause major problems. Making these foods the foundation of the diet may gradually place additional stress on the gut ecosystem. What makes this mistake difficult to recognize is that ultra processed foods often provide short term satisfaction. They are convenient, flavorful, and widely available. The consequences tend to appear gradually. The microbiome changes slowly. Digestive function shifts little by little. Many people never connect these changes to the foods they consume most frequently. But food is not the only thing affecting your gut. One of the most powerful influences on digestion does not come from your plate at all. It comes from your mind. Stress has become such a normal part of modern life that many people barely notice how much of it they carry. Deadlines, financial pressures, family responsibilities, health concerns, and endless digital distractions create a constant stream of demands. While occasional stress is a normal part of life, chronic stress can have significant effects on the digestive system. The connection between the brain and the gut is remarkably strong. Researchers often refer to the gut brain axis because communication flows in both directions. The brain influences digestive activity, and signals from the gut can influence the brain. This communication network involves nerves, hormones, and immune system activity. When stress levels rise, the body enters a state designed to help manage challenges. Blood flow patterns shift, hormone levels change, digestive processes may slow down or become disrupted. Some people notice butterflies in their stomach during stressful situations. Others experience nausea, stomach discomfort, or changes in bowel habits. These reactions highlight how closely connected the brain and digestive system truly are. When stress becomes chronic, the effects may become more persistent. Digestion may not operate as efficiently. Bloating may occur more frequently. Discomfort after meals may increase. Existing digestive symptoms may feel more noticeable. Researchers have also explored how chronic stress may influence the composition of the microbiome itself, potentially affecting the balance of beneficial bacteria over time. This creates a difficult cycle. Stress affects the gut. Changes in the gut may then influence mood and emotional well-being. The cycle continues feeding itself unless steps are taken to break it. Many people focus exclusively on food while overlooking this powerful connection. Yet managing stress may be one of the most important actions for supporting digestive health, especially after 40 when the body may become less resilient to long-term strain. And surprisingly, one of the next mistakes happens while you're asleep. Many people think of sleep as a time when the body shuts down. In reality, an enormous amount of important activity occurs during those nighttime hours. Repair processes take place, hormones are regulated, the brain organizes information, and the gut continues carrying out essential functions. Researchers have discovered that gut microbes follow daily rhythms. Just as the body operates according to internal clocks, many microorganisms within the digestive system appear to follow patterns linked to the sleep-wake cycle. These rhythms help maintain balance within the microbiome. The next mistake is a little different from the others because it involves something that has saved millions of lives. Antibiotics are one of the most important medical discoveries in human history. Before antibiotics became widely available, many infections that are considered treatable today could become life-threatening. These medications have prevented countless deaths and remain essential tools in modern medicine. When prescribed appropriately and used correctly, antibiotics can be incredibly effective. The problem is not the antibiotics themselves. The problem begins when they are used unnecessarily or incorrectly. Many people do not realize that antibiotics cannot distinguish between harmful bacteria and beneficial bacteria with perfect precision. Their primary job is to eliminate bacteria causing an infection. But during that process, they may also affect many of the helpful bacteria living inside the digestive tract. Since the gut microbiome contains trillions of microorganisms, changes to this delicate ecosystem can sometimes have lasting effects. Think about the gut as a thriving community. Different bacterial species perform different jobs. Some help digest fiber. Some help produce beneficial compounds, others help regulate inflammation and support the immune system. When antibiotics enter the system, they may reduce populations of both harmful and beneficial bacteria. In many cases, the microbiome can recover over time. However, recovery may not always be immediate, especially as people get older. Researchers have found that antibiotic use can sometimes lead to temporary reductions in microbial diversity. Certain beneficial species may decline significantly during treatment, while many eventually return. Some populations may take weeks or even months to recover. The exact outcome depends on factors such as the type of antibiotic, treatment duration, overall health, diet, and the condition of the microbiome before treatment began. This does not mean antibiotics should be feared. Far from it. When a bacterial infection requires treatment, antibiotics can be absolutely necessary. The real concern is unnecessary use. For example, many common illnesses are caused by viruses rather than bacteria. Antibiotics do not work against viral infections. Yet, throughout the years, antibiotics have sometimes been prescribed or requested in situations where they offer little benefit. This unnecessary exposure may place avoidable stress on the gut microbiome. Another issue occurs when people stop taking antibiotics earlier than instructed or use leftover medications without proper medical advice. These practices can contribute to antibiotic resistance while also affecting the body's bacterial balance. This is why healthcare professionals emphasize following medical guidance carefully whenever antibiotics are prescribed. For adults over 40, protecting the microbiome becomes increasingly important. As microbial diversity naturally faces challenges with age, unnecessary disruptions may become more significant. Supporting recovery through a healthy diet rich in fiber and nutrient-dense foods may help encourage beneficial bacteria after antibiotic treatment. But the key message here is balance. Antibiotics save lives when they are needed. They should never be avoided when medically necessary. At the same time, they should not be viewed as harmless medications to use casually. Respecting their power means using them appropriately and under professional guidance. While antibiotics may affect the microbiome occasionally, the next mistake often happens repeatedly over many years. Alcohol has been part of human culture for thousands of years. For many people, it is associated with celebrations, relaxation, social gatherings, and special occasions. Moderate alcohol consumption is a topic that continues to be debated and studied by researchers. But when alcohol intake becomes excessive, the digestive system may begin paying a price. The digestive tract is one of the first parts of the body to encounter alcohol after consumption. As alcohol moves through the stomach and intestines, it can interact directly with the tissues lining the digestive system. Over time, excessive alcohol intake may irritate these tissues and contribute to digestive discomfort. Many people are familiar with the immediate effects of drinking too much alcohol. Nausea, stomach upset, and digestive disturbances can occur after heavy drinking sessions. But what often receives less attention are the long-term effects repeated alcohol exposure may have on the gut environment. Research suggests that excessive alcohol consumption may influence the composition of the gut microbiome. Beneficial bacterial populations may decline while less desirable microbes gain opportunities to grow. This shift can reduce microbial diversity and create an environment that is less supportive of overall digestive health. Scientists have also studied alcohol's relationship with the intestinal barrier. The intestinal lining acts as a protective boundary between the contents of the digestive tract and the rest of the body. Under healthy conditions, this barrier helps regulate what enters the bloodstream. Excessive alcohol consumption may weaken this protective system over time, affecting its ability to function properly. This matters because the gut barrier plays an important role in maintaining balance within the immune system. When that balance becomes disrupted, inflammatory processes may become more active. Researchers continue investigating the complex relationship between alcohol, gut bacteria, inflammation, and overall health. One reason this mistake often goes unnoticed is that its effects accumulate gradually. A person may not feel significant digestive problems after a single drink or even after occasional social drinking. The concerns become more relevant when excessive consumption turns into a long-term pattern. Year after year, repeated exposure may slowly influence the microbiome and digestive system. Another challenge is that alcohol can indirectly contribute to other gut-related problems. People who drink heavily may experience poorer sleep quality. They may make less nutritious food choices. They may become less physically active. All of these factors can combine to create additional pressure on the microbiome. For adults over 40, maintaining balance becomes increasingly important because the body's ability to recover from repeated stressors may not be as strong as it once was. The gut microbiome benefits from consistency and stability. Excessive alcohol consumption often works against both. The next mistake seems harmless, but many people do it every day. Modern life has made sitting almost unavoidable. Many jobs require hours at a desk. Entertainment often revolves around screens. Shopping, banking, and communication can all happen without leaving a chair. Convenience has become one of the defining features of modern society. Yet the human body was never designed to remain inactive for most of the day. When people think about exercise, they often focus on weight management, heart health, or muscle strength. Few consider what movement may be doing for the gut. But researchers have become increasingly interested in the connection between physical activity and the microbiome. The digestive system depends on movement in more ways than many realize. Muscles within the digestive tract contract rhythmically to move food through the intestines. Physical activity may help support this natural process. People who remain sedentary for long periods sometimes experience slower digestion and increased constipation. Movement also appears to influence the gut microbiome itself. Studies have found that physically active individuals often show differences in microbial diversity compared to those who are largely sedentary. While researchers are still working to understand all the mechanisms involved, regular activity appears to create conditions that may support a healthier microbial environment. One reason may involve circulation. Physical activity helps improve blood flow throughout the body, including the digestive system. Better circulation helps deliver oxygen and nutrients where they are needed. Movement also influences metabolism, inflammation, and hormone regulation, all of which can affect the gut environment. The encouraging part is that supporting gut health does not necessarily require extreme exercise routines. Many people assume they need intense workouts to experience benefits. In reality, simple daily movement can make a meaningful difference. Walking, gardening, cycling, swimming, light strength training, and other forms of regular activity all contribute to a more active lifestyle. The problem is that sitting has become so normal that many people no longer notice how much of their day is spent inactive. A typical schedule may involve sitting during breakfast, sitting during the commute, sitting at work, sitting during meals, and sitting again while watching television in the evening. Entire days can pass with very little movement. Over time, this pattern may influence not only physical fitness but also digestive health. The gut thrives when the body moves. Daily activity helps create conditions that support normal digestive function and may encourage a more diverse microbiome. Researchers continue exploring exactly how exercise influences gut bacteria, but the overall message remains consistent. Human bodies evolve for movement. The digestive system appears to benefit when that movement remains part of everyday life. Hydration becomes even more important when people increase their fiber intake. Earlier, we discussed how fiber acts as fuel for beneficial gut bacteria, but fiber and water work together as a team. Fiber absorbs water as it moves through the digestive tract. Without adequate hydration, increasing fiber intake may not produce the desired digestive benefits. Many adults simply do not drink enough water throughout the day. Busy schedules make it easy to forget. Some rely heavily on coffee, sugary beverages, or other drinks while consuming very little plain water. Others wait until they feel thirsty before drinking. The challenge is that mild dehydration can develop gradually without obvious warning signs. As we reach the end of this video, one message should be clear. Your gut is not just a digestive organ, it is one of the most important systems in your entire body. It helps determine how well you absorb nutrients, how strong your immune system remains, how efficiently your metabolism works, and even how much energy you feel throughout the day. When your gut thrives, many other parts of your health have a better chance to thrive as well. After the age of 40, these connections become even more important. The body changes with time, but growing older does not automatically mean accepting constant bloating, sluggish digestion, low energy, or digestive discomfort as your new normal. In many cases, the habits we discussed today have a far greater impact than age itself. The foods you choose, the amount of movement you get, the quality of your sleep, your stress levels, your hydration, and other daily routines all send signals to the trillions of microbes living inside you. The encouraging part is that improvement does not require perfection. You do not need to overhaul your entire life tomorrow morning. You do not need a complicated plan or expensive products. Sometimes the biggest changes begin with one simple decision, one extra serving of vegetables, one daily walk, one additional glass of water, one better night of sleep. Small actions repeated consistently can create results that feel surprisingly powerful over time. So before you leave, take a moment and think about the 8 gut mistakes we covered today. Which one surprised you the most? Which one do you think may be affecting your own health right now? Let us know in the comments below. We read your comments, and your experiences may help others who are dealing with similar challenges. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with a friend or family member who wants to stay healthy after 40. And if you're passionate about learning simple, science-based ways to improve your health, protect your body, and age more confidently, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, thank you for spending your time with us, and remember this, better health rarely comes from one dramatic change. More often, it comes from small choices made consistently day after day. Your next healthy habit could be the one that changes everything. We'll see you in the next video.